Excellent student. Hope you are doing fine. So in this video, we're just going to look at photosynthesis, and this is the introduction. Without wasting much of your time, let us begin. Let's look at the objectives for this tutorial video. So we're going to first define photosynthesis. We're going to look at the requirements, and then we're going to look at the chemical and word equation. So this is just an introduction to this topic. It is going to be a brief video. All right, let us define photosynthesis. So this is the process by which plants make their own food with the use of light energy. Forgive me, the spelling there for use, it is wrong. So yeah, photosynthesis is simply the process by which plants make their own food with the use of light energy. So we're being told that plants make their own food. Since they make their own food, then they are carrying out a type of nutrition known as autotrophic nutrition. Now, autotrophic nutrition is a type of nutrition where an organism makes its own food. And plants are examples of organisms that make their own food. Therefore, plants are carrying out autotrophic nutrition. Now, when you look at the definition, we're being told that plants use what? They use light energy. Okay, plants use light energy to make their own food. So when you look at the types of autotrophic nutrition, there is phototrophic nutrition and chemotrophic nutrition. These are the two types of autotrophic nutrition. Under phototrophic nutrition, an organism makes its own food using light energy. Under chemotrophic nutrition, an organism uses what? Chemical energy. That's the difference. So under phototrophic nutrition, an organism uses light energy. Under chemotrophic nutrition, an organism uses chemical energy. So for plants, they use light energy. Therefore, they are carrying out autotrophic nutrition, but to be specific, phototrophic nutrition. Chizungu. Okay, so please don't forget those things. Trust me. So make sure that you understand what I've explained. If you can, please repeat. Just be humble and listen to what I've said, because these things can be confusing. So under autotrophic nutrition, we've got two types: phototrophic nutrition and chemotrophic nutrition. Plants, they carry out phototrophic nutrition, which is a type of autotrophic nutrition. And I will define it again. Phototrophic nutrition is a type of nutrition where an organism makes its own food using light energy. Plants make their own food using light energy. Therefore, they carry out phototrophic nutrition. Much to understand. I know. Otherwise, photosynthesis is a process by which plants make their own food using light energy. And photosynthesis is an example of phototrophic nutrition, my student. Okay, let us move on. Requirements. What is needed for the process of photosynthesis to take place? In other words, what do plants need for them to make their own food? When you're cooking kansima, there are things that you need, isn't it? Kufunika poto, kufunika mtiko, kufunika unga, kufunika manzi, stovu, ngatini mbaola, malasha, and there is need for a cooker. Those are the requirements for you to prepare nshima. Now, what of plants? What do they need for them to make their own food? Let us find out. Let us find out together. Come with me. Light energy. They need light energy. Please, not light. Vakamba light energy. Meaning the energy which is emitted from light. That is what is needed. Not the actual light, but the energy which is coming from light. Because, excuse me, ngati kazuva kayaka paja, it is emitting energy. And that energy is needed. Even in the greenhouse, there are those lights which are in the greenhouse. They emit energy, and that energy is needed by plants to make their own food. So light energy is a requirement. Are we together? I know we are together because you are smart and you're passing next year. What is the other requirement? Carbon dioxide. Ifunika carbon dioxide. Very important. It's a very important requirement. Without carbon dioxide, photosynthesis cannot take place. So carbon dioxide is another requirement. And where does this carbon dioxide come from? It comes from you and I. When you are breathing out, Paja, you are breathing out carbon dioxide. So when you breathe out, the carbon dioxide goes into the environment, and that carbon dioxide will be taken up by plants from the environment. So carbon dioxide, my excellent student, is a requirement by plants for them to make their own food. All right. Water, H2O. It is another requirement for photosynthesis to take place. And finally, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is another requirement for photosynthesis to take place. So water comes from the soil, okay? So that is why we water our plants, because that water is needed by the plant for it to make its own food. That is why timatirila for the sake of kutirila. No. Timatirila because water is needed by plants for them to make their own food. In the next video, you're going to understand the role of water in the process of photosynthesis. For now, just know that it is one of the requirements. Chlorophyll, you should consider it to be more like the kitchen. Chlorophyll is a green pigment where photosynthesis takes place. So what does it do? Chlorophyll simply traps light energy, and it is contained inside the chloroplast. So that is where photosynthesis takes place, inside the chloroplast. And in that chloroplast, you're going to find this green pigment, which is chlorophyll. And what chlorophyll does is that it traps light energy for the process of photosynthesis. Otherwise, these are the 4 requirements for photosynthesis to take place. Once these are available, nishiyambo chitika photosynthesis. All right. Now, after looking at the requirements, let us apply these requirements and put them in a word equation as well as the chemical equation. I have my word equation and my chemical equation. You need to know these. You need to know the word equation as well as the chemical equation. So, mwayaona, pause the video, look at them. So the word equation, we've got carbon dioxide, which is a requirement, and water, which is also another requirement, because we said those are needed in the previous slide. So carbon dioxide comes from the environment. Water, ndiye pajanga timutirira. When you're watering a plant, that water will be taken up by that plant, and photosynthesis will take place. Again, in the future topics, we're going to look at how water is taken up by plants when we look at transporting plants. So make sure, my student, that you won't miss out. Otherwise, water plus carbon dioxide, these are the reactants. My reactants in a chemical equation, they are the ones which appear on the left side of the equation. And then on the right side of the equation, we've got what we call products. So in this case, the reactants are carbon dioxide and water. Again, in the next video, we're going to look at how these two react to form our products. And then the combination of carbon dioxide and water occurs inside the chlorophyll and in the presence of light energy. That is why you are seeing light energy appearing on top and chlorophyll down. Otherwise, that is the word equation. Now, nkani ilipa chemical equation. So please pause the video, look at the chemical equation. Master it. You need to master it. Okay. And then if you look at this chemical equation, it is well balanced. Meaning if you were to count the number of carbons on the left, the number of carbons on the right, they are the same. So make sure that you master the chemical equation and know the word equation. On the reactants, we've got carbon dioxide and water on there. And then the products, we've got glucose and oxygen. Okay. All right, my excellent biology student, to be continued. See you in the next video. Stay blessed.